What's up, people? We are ROMES at Maxwell's Waterloo, and we are with Beers with Bands.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us.
Hello.
Thanks.
If you don't mind introducing yourself and your role in the band, and if you have a beer in your hand, tell us what you're drinking.
Hi, my name's James, and I am the guitar player in the band. And if I were drinking a beer, I'd be drinking Partake. It's a Toronto brewery. It's non-alcoholic.
I'm Andrew. I play bass, and I'm fond of a Guinness.
I'm fond of Guinness. I'm Jacob. I sing, and I'm drinking Amsterdam Brewery's 3-speed lager. It's pretty good, crisp. I've never had it before. It's nice.
I'm Nick. I play drums, and I'm drinking Canada's Premium Pilsner, Steam Whistle.
Nice. And I have a Belgian Moon wheat beer. Okay, so we have two Irish on the end, two Canadians here. You guys met in Ireland, if I'm correct. Mm-hmm. So now that you've spent time in Ireland, now you're all in Canada, what Canadian thing does Ireland need? And on the flip side, what does Canada need that Ireland only has?
Canada needs chippers, Irish chippers, because like they just have like McDonald's here, but the chippers are like their their equivalent of like fish and chips over there, but their French fries are just like next level. So Canada's definitely missing that.
It's you got a big paper bag just filled with the big, thick cut chips, doused in vinegar, malt vinegar, deep fried sausages, deep fried burgers. Can't beat it. It's healthy, health food.
And what does Ireland need that Canada has?
Lovely summers, I'd say, would be the top of my list. Like when it's like really nice and warm. That's what I think Ireland's missing out on.
I was gonna say like better roads, but I mean the infrastructure in Canada is pretty good in comparison to Ireland. But that's kind of harsh in a way, like because Ireland's got its charm. The curvy roads are charming in a way, but
Bit harsh.
a bit harsh. Yeah.
Bit harsh.
I won't go on.
And on the music side of things, do you remember the first CD or cassette tape, if it applies, that you ever had? The very first one?
Yeah, first CD I ever bought was Jamiroquai.
Nice.
It's crazy because I went back to it maybe like 2 months ago, and it still sounds so fresh. Like it's unbelievable. The guy was way ahead of the time. It hasn't aged at all. But I never got to see him in concert, which would have been nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, that record was fire.
Mine was Daft Punk's Homework when I must have been like 7, and that's all I wanted for my birthday, and I got it. I was a happy boy.
We, I think, because we're brothers, and we woke you up like
That's all
you were like going to school in like kindergarten, and like Dad and I just
It was my alarm clock.
put it on to wake you up in the morning, and
Best
you
way to wake up.
freaked out.
It was Around the World, that song. And
Yeah.
I was like so happy.
Do you remember the music video for that as well? It was on MTV all the time.
That's
It was
why I
so
wanted the
sweet.
CD. I knew nothing about Daft Punk. I just loved the video. So,
Yeah, it was awesome. My first CD isn't as cool, but it was the first CD I ever bought for myself, and it was Robbie Williams' "Sing When You're Winning." I mean, to be fair,
There's
like there's
classics on
really
it, yeah.
good pop songs on it,
Yeah.
but it's not as cool as like Daft Punk or Jamiroquai. But I stand by it, I suppose. I have to.
Was that with like Millennium and all that stuff?
Yeah, Millennium. He did a song with
Rock
Nicole
DJ.
Kidman and Rock DJ.
Oh,
Do you remember that video
bangers,
where he
yeah.
like stripped down naked?
Yeah.
And then apparently, like, there was this urban myth. I never saw it though, but apparently there was one video or one edit where he kept on stripping to the point where he took the skin off his body. That's like one like rumor that was going around in my school, but I never saw the video, so it must have just been like. Pardon me?
Magic Mike on steroids.
Yeah, exactly. Like he took the stripping really seriously.
First CD that I bought. Yeah.
Bought or had or was gifted? Your very first CD that you can remember?
It was the first CD that I bought for myself was Queen's Greatest Hits, like the first volume 1 with like Bohemian Rhapsody and like We Are the Champions and stuff like.
Nice.
Nice.
When you're trying to learn how to shred on the guitar.
Yeah, I just felt this shredding just kind of like oozing up out of me when I like.
So What are you listening to a lot of right now? Like, what's on your radar for music?
JID. He's a hip hop artist from Atlanta. He's kind of, I think he's like on the cusp of just properly blowing up, but everything, any feature he's on, any of his own tracks, both of his albums, are just, he's the man. He's the man. Me and Keys over here have some good slumber parties listening to JID.
Nice.
Yeah.
I haven't really been listening to a lot of new music recently. It's mainly just a lot of old school like R&B and hip hop and stuff at the moment. But it's New Music Friday, right? Spotify, so I got to check out what's out. I've been living under a rock for the past like month, so yeah.
I really like Sunflower Bean a lot. They're really cool. I don't know where they're from or anything. I just found them on Spotify. I think they might be from New York or something. And then there's a band from Ireland, and they're either called DC Fontaines or Fontaines DC. I can never remember. I always get it confused. But they're amazing too. Like, they're really, really cool.
See, I'm like a diehard fan.
Yeah, I've got the tattoo of my thing, but
Spelled wrong and everything.
I got it on both sides just to be careful.
I really like that song by Mark Ronson, Late Night Feelings. Like, it's a jam. Like, it's a great song.
What are you guys drinking a lot of right now? And it doesn't have to be alcohol. It could be just a beverage in particular you're fond of, a cocktail. Maybe you're like a coffee snob.
There's this new drink I discovered. It's called Roar, and I think it just started getting distributed in Canada. But it's like a flavored coconut water infused with electrolytes and vitamins and stuff. It's kind of like a healthy Gatorade. So, like I try and do a lot of running, and I'll just slam one or two of those like after a run and feel great. Or even after, you know, a night of a few beers, have one of those at night, another one in the morning. Refreshing. Yeah.
It's your hangover cure.
Exactly. Yeah. It's good.
When I'm drinking beer, like anything basically by Collective Arts, that's like my favorite brewery. When it's not beer, it's tequila. When it's not alcohol, it's kombucha. And
All the fermentables.
and that yerba mate drink, which I just drank before this interview, and I'm like buzzing hard.
It's
So
got a great gut.
You really?
yeah. Gut's healthy.
I love a good pint of Guinness. Just rock solid.
See, because I don't know, this is kind of against your show, but I'm doing this year sober, right?
That's fine. We're
I mean,
having
I li-
beers with.
Yeah, I
bands.
like beer, and I talked about that partake, which is good. But what I've been doing is soda water with like bitters, because it's still essentially not non-alcoholic given the alcohol content. But soda water with bitters and lemon juice is like a really, really sweet, nice drink to just sip on while you're drinking, but not drinking. Yeah.
Okay, so you guys each get to answer this question. You get to brew your own beer. What style of beer are you brewing? What is your secret ingredient? And which one of your songs are you naming this beer? So style, ingredient, song. Oh, go to the one. Yep, he got it
You were at the
first.
same one.
So it's gonna be an IPA, but nothing too like hoppy, because I want to have a couple of them, not just one. Blood orange hints, and it's called Sugar Blood. That's one of our songs. It's called Sugar Blood. Yeah.
Okay. It's a great question. All right, so I think it would have to. I love stouts, but I feel like nobody can touch Guinness. It's just a world of its own. So I think I'm gonna go with a sour because it's my second favorite style. Special ingredient: pink Himalayan salt. Give it a bit of bite, and it would be called. Damn.
You have to remember all your song names.
Can't get enough.
Oh, cheeky. All right, you go.
I haven't thought. You go first. I'm gonna.
So
Okay,
style.
well, like I love ales and like brown ales. So, like for example, I like a Newcastle ale. Or have you ever tried the McKinnon's 8-Man? It's like a lovely ale as well. So I basically get the recipe for a McKinnon's 8-Man, steal it for myself.
Okay.
And the secret ingredient would be like, I don't know. You can't put like, yeah, exactly. Like my
Yeah.
secret ingredient would be like the threat of Mr. McKinnon. Like I'd like hold his family hostage so he could never like take the drink back off me. So I've got the recipe for myself,
Okay.
and I'd name the song after "Relocate You," after the family of Mr. McKinnon that I've stolen. Yeah, it's
Watch
serious.
out, McKinnon.
I'm struggling to think of anything really. Okay, I guess I'll start with the song name and then I'll just make the beer up. Let's go with. This is difficult. Song names.
Pick a song from the set this evening.
All right, trying to be, and it's it's a cream ale, and it's
And your secret ingredient?
and the secret ingredient is
Love.
cream.
So what are you guys having coming up next? What does the rest of 2019 look for Rome's?
So we have this show tonight. We're playing Toronto at Rivoli tomorrow, and then we're basically holing ourselves back into the studio. We've got some recording sessions lined up, and basically just trying to finish our album, get hopefully a couple tracks out by the end of the year, and just go from there. But we're about halfway through our second album right now, so just trying to get her done.
And where can everyone find you guys on your socials? At Rome's Band or just at Rome's?
Most of it at Rome's. Twitter is Rome's Band. If you go to romesmusic.com, all the links are there. Yeah, romesmusic.com.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
And we are Beer X at YouTube. You can find all our Beers and Bands interviews there. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a single interview. We are at Beers Bands on Instagram and Twitter. And thanks, guys.
Thank
Cheers.
you. Cheers.